Alright, session update version 1.0.0.76 is now available on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Unfortunately, the Nintendo Switch update is still pending, but an update is coming for the Switch, just not sure exactly when, but it will be sometime before the year ends. But we have a lot of exciting things to go over, including an unexpected collaboration, a couple of new devs that have just joined Creature Studios, which I know you guys will be excited about, and a new free map for everyone to play. I'm just going to start out with a couple of the gameplay fixes that we made. So, first of all, we fixed up the pitch right there. So what the pitch means is how rocketed or how like dipped down the board is. So right here, I really rocketed a nollie flip, and it maintains that rocketed pitch the entire flip. Before, it used to auto level. So as you can see from this frame right here, it's going to be a lot easier to land in a nose manual or a crook from that. So you can change the pitch of the board by flicking diagonally for flip tricks. So like if I wanted to dip it forward right there, I flicked it diagonally up, and it pitches down forward, like it dips it down. And this applies to every flip trick, like hard flip, you can get a really vertical hard flip. You can even turn a varial flip like this into a forward flip if you just flick it diagonally up instead. I'll pitch a kickflip into a crook just to show you like how much better it actually like prepares and gets ready for the crook. Like it stays pitched the entire time, and then it's already in the crook. So you land in it perfectly. So yeah, the bug fix was like it actually now maintains the pitch that you set the entire time. The next thing that was fixed up is the board offset for every single flip trick, and this was actually shown off on Session's Instagram page. We removed this feature that always tried to keep the board under the skater during the flip, and it would cause some rubber banding. Pretty much it would just cause the board to try to recenter itself all the time, and it would just look really weird. So now the board doesn't have to try to readjust where it is, it just stays under the skater. However, I will point out that there is still an issue right here with like a double flip catch. So this is on manual catch, and when I go for the double flip and catch it a little bit early, it like shifts the board back a little bit before bringing it forwards. That's something we still need to fix. But all the single flip tricks should be working as intended. Should not be any rubber banding on here. It should stay right under the skater. Now, speaking of double flips, we have started fixing up flip and scoop speeds. Let me just go down to gameplay, flip trick settings, and let's turn sync off. Now, let's see if I can get a really slow varial flip. So the scoop speed works a lot better now, and same with the flip speeds. The flip speeds are a lot more consistent. So like if I wanted a fast kick flip or a slow kick flip, it's a lot more consistent than it was before. How about a slow pop shove it here? Then I'll just like blast off to like a 540 double flip or something. This is like the first pass of the flip and scoop speed fixes, but already it's working a lot better. Like I just got a nightmare flip pretty easily. A little bit over rotated it though. Oh, a little bit over rotated again. Oh, under rotated now. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. We can actually control the flip and scoop speeds a lot better than we could before. We got a double varial heel right there. Ooh, that was like actually perfectly scooped too. I'm pretty sure you guys would want to see a slow tray flip. So let's get a slow tray flip. See, now you got to be a lot more precise with your inputs. I just got a 540 flip. I should also mention that in the flip trick settings, if you go down to scoop speed mode, arc length was taken out, so now we only have auto and input speed. The reason arc length was removed was because it was broken and fundamentally did not work with the input system. So those are just some of the gameplay fixes that we're working on and that are in this update. Gameplay fixes are important and are a high priority for us. They just take much longer to work on. Try to fix one thing, break another thing, want to work on one feature, but have to fix up another feature first. Just a long process. But we are working on gameplay fixes. We haven't abandoned that. Let's go over a couple of other little changes that were made in this update. We fixed up some collisions. So right here near Chatham Towers, you can no longer kind of go through the wall and get out of bounds. The fisheye lens also got a little bit of an update. So if I go to camera and then change camera lens to fisheye wide, it is a lot less grainy than it was before. Like it's a lot more clear. Another little thing that was fixed fixed in the replay editor. Not so much fixed, but kind of improved upon. The top and bottom of the replay editor HUD is now set to 75% opacity, which makes it a lot easier to frame your shots while it's on screen. A quick little slide will show you what it used to be before and after. So a little quality of life change right there. Now, while I'm in the replay editor, there was a little crash that happened if you were to try to save a replay that was 1 or 2 frames. So I'm on the very last frame right now. If I was to click start recording, it's going to exit me out. And then before, if I tried to click save replay, it would let me save it, but it would crash. Now it doesn't let you save it if it's under a certain amount of frames. So if I widen this just a little bit so it has more than 1 frame, now I can save it and it won't crash. Another little change was in the historical challenges. It was just a name credit. Before, it was a credit to Mark Suchu for doing a back nose blunt during Habitat's Inhabitants video. Now that didn't sound right to me at all, so when I looked it up, it was Silas Baxter Neal that did it. Suchu was way too young at the time of that video for it to be correct. Sunglasses will no longer show an outdoor reflection while in an indoor map, such as the parking garage. Any indoor map that doesn't have a day-night cycle will have an indoor reflection for the sunglasses. Unfortunately, the hanger is affected by day-night cycles, so it doesn't have an outdoor one. Untracking missions now stay untracked. Before, when you would untrack a mission and then go to, I don't know, we'll just go to another map completely, it would automatically track again, but this time, no matter what I do, it's not tracking. So that bug's been fixed now. You can untrack your mission and it'll stay untracked until you track it. Now, speaking of missions, we have some fixes to some missions. So we're gonna go back to pyramid ledges. This one right here, picnic bench setup. This picnic table right here is set to not be movable before and after this mission right here. So I can't move this right now until I talk to Mark Appleyard and he tells me to move the bench. Now I can move this bench anywhere I want. The issue here was some people would, like, you know, get it stuck in a weird location. They would place it down and then they wouldn't be able to move it afterwards if they left the map. So let's just quickly leave the map. We'll go back to Philly, why not? And then we're gonna go back to pyramid ledges, and before, this would be locked. Like, you could no longer move this, but now you can. So you can now move this picnic table for the entire duration of this mission, even if you leave the map mid-mission. And the other mission that was fixed up a little bit is the skate shop meetup. Okay, so for the fakie backside full cab flip, I gotta start out by saying a cab or a half cab does not need to have fakie in the name because it's always fakie. So the trick display is never going to say a fakie cab or fakie half cab or anything like that. It's not going to say fakie in the name. So if you're getting a backside full cab flip or backside full cab kick flip, you are doing it correctly. Anyways, the actual fix here is we noticed that a lot of people were having trouble doing the cab flip on flat. And to make it easier, the players would try to do it off these stairs right here or these stairs right here, which were actually outside of the trigger zone. So anytime they would do a cab flip, I'm not going to do the cab flip yet. I'm just gonna do a cab over it. But anytime they would do that over the stairs, it would not count because you were like popping outside of the trigger zone. The trigger zone was supposed to be like from here all the way over to here and then down to the other side. However, now we actually widened it so you can do it over the stairs if you wanted to make it a little bit easier. So I'm going to do a cab flip right now, which is a fakie kick flip and a backside 360. So it's going to say backside full cab flip. It's not going to say fakie. But yeah, it counts over the stairs now if players want to do it, but you can do it on flat. All you have to do is either raise your pop height or change your body rotation rate. So I like to have mine like pretty high up because it gives me a wider range of like how fast I want to spin. If you just boost that, you can spin the 360 no problem on flat. Also, for those that are stuck on Rock Ride on the last one, the pressure flip and then the frontside half cab off, the main reason why you're not getting it, even if you're doing the pressure flip and then doing the half cab, see right there, that was a really popped half cab. What players are actually doing after the pressure flip, they're flicking in the same direction and getting that kind of half cab, which is low pop. So, which is one of these. It says like fakie low pop ollie. So you're flicking in the same direction and getting a weird like low pop. And even though it's saying frontside half cab, it's registering that low pop. Low pop is not part of the registration tricks accepted for that mission. So you have to be absolutely sure that after the pressure flip in fakie, you don't do that. You don't flick up with the back foot stick. You flick down. So I'll do the pressure flip, and then I'll flick opposite direction to get a proper pop, and that's how you're gonna pass the challenge. Just figured I would throw that in this video because I know people are gonna say fix rock ride. It is working correctly, it's just doesn't have the low pop registration. Okay, we're getting close to the juicy stuff of this update, the juiciest of juice. But there's a couple of other little things I gotta check out first. We've made some audio improvements. So one of the first things that I'm gonna talk about, if I go to gameplay, wear and tear settings, we now have a toggle for flat spot sound. So if you never wanna have this sound playing after a bunch of power slides, you can now just completely disable this and never get the flat spot sound. So your wheels are always gonna stay perfectly round no matter how many power slides you do. I mean, visually they never changed, it's just the sound, but no more flat tire sound if you don't want it. Pressure flip sounds have been added, so now you can hear a little scrape when you pressure flip. Now this is still being worked on. A board flipping sound has been added too, so if you listen, you can kind of hear the wheels like whoosh. And the faster you go, the louder that sound is gonna be. So if I was going really fast, you hear that whoosh. It's gonna be a little bit louder than if I was just like stationary doing that. And it also depends on how fast you flick the board. See? Faster speed, more. The sound designer is still working on the sounds. We're trying to get things like as close to real life as possible. So the audio sounds are always being tweaked just a little bit. So like the board breaking sound, that's been tweaked. Okay, well, I broke my board. That means I gotta go to the skate shop. We got some cool things to check out in the skate shop. Let's start with the skateboard gear. So we're gonna go to decks. So let's go all the way down to, actually, this one right here. This now has a brand filter. Before, No Comply didn't have a brand filter, so we added that in. But continuing on, we go to the T's. We got some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles boards. So we got a Turtle Time board. I like this one right here. Kind of gives me like old school Chad Muska Shorties vibes. We got the Pizza Time board, and then we got the Graffiti board. This one's actually pretty fun. I like this one. But, I mean, I also like this one. But I also like this one because it's got pizza. Okay, you know what? Pizza. Go buy and equip. So Creature Studios has partnered up with Paramount to do a collaboration with TMNT in session. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. First, I got to show off some of the grip tapes that we have. Monk did a great job at doing these. Got the Mutants board, and then we got the pizza one. I got to use this one. It's freaking pizza. Now, even though PC already got these suck boards, consoles did not. So these are all going to be new to console. Same goes for the suck hat, I believe, and for all the other merch. So we got some hoodies, we got some t-shirts, but also in upper body stuff, we do have some more TMNT stuff. So we got a selection of long sleeve shirts with all the characters on them. We got some Raph ones, we got some Leonardo, Donnie, Turtle Time. That one's actually pretty fun. Some more retro looks. I like that one. Oh, wait, which one do, oh no, I think I like that one. And now if we move all the way down to the bottom, it no longer says costumes, it says character. So to the people on Discord, when I said that there's no TMNT costumes, technically I was not lying. So we can go down to characters, and we have 4 teenage turtles. Now these characters are in the art style of the new movie TMNT Mutant Mayhem, which I actually just saw in theaters at an early screening, and it was pretty good. And no, I was not paid to say that, and I did not get free tickets to go see the movie, so I could say that. I just love going to the movies, and I love the turtles, and I had to see this movie, and it was good. I think right now I gotta go with my man Raph right here. He's always been my favorite turtle. So we got Donatello, we got Leonardo, we got Raphael, and we got Michelangelo. Actually, hang on, I want to show you the level of detail. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back to the apartment to change back to my boy here. But the level of detail that the art department went to, so we got some writing on the bottom of the swords, and it says consequences and rules. Yeah, just like look at this detail. Great job, guys, great job. But I gotta go back to being Raphael right here. And then we're gonna make our way to Madison Park. Now, if you follow Session on Instagram or any of their socials, there was a little tease that was posted showing 122 and an 8. That is a reference to the TMNT movie from 1990, and it's where the turtles had their pizza guy deliver their pizza to. If we pause the game and go to map select and go all the way to the bottom of New York City, you're gonna see a bunch of question marks here, and you're gonna see that same photo saying 122 1/8, and it's kind of like a hint of where it is. The way that you unlock it is you actually have to go over to this food shop that's near Madison Park and walk over, and you'll see this sewer right here. Got a pizza box. It's got the open sewer with the turtle logo on there. So we can actually go up to it, and it's going to say enter sewers at 122 1/8. We're going to enter the sewer map, and as soon as we do, we go back to select map, and now you can see sewers at 122 1/8 and a new photo showing the sewers. It also shows up in the extras network, and before you enter in there, it's going to show question marks, but then after you enter, it's going to show sewers at 122 1/8. So welcome to the new sewer map that is free for everybody. It's not paid DLC. This just comes with the update. In fact, all the TMNT stuff that is in this update is free for everybody. So as I mentioned earlier, this is kind of a surprise collaboration between Paramount Pictures and Creature Studios to have TMNT themes in session. So pretty much how this collaboration came about was there was somebody that worked at Paramount that happened to know one of our developers at Creature Studios, and they asked if we would be interested in doing a collaboration with them, which, I mean, obviously we're not going to turn down. Like, having Teenage Mutant why do I struggle with that? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in a skateboarding game, because everyone at the studio just loves the turtles, so like we weren't gonna say no. Now this was kind of like a last minute surprise collaboration, so the team had to work really fast to get everything done before the movie came out. But oh man, did the team do a good job making this map and making the turtles and all the stuff. So I kind of just showed you what was through the first pipe, and then to the left of that is a skate park. It's pretty much a skate park. We got some graffiti that shows the turtles when they were a baby before they got all like mutated. Take you on a quick tour of this little skate park area. I broke my board. No more pizza grip tape, but we can still skate. Still get some tricks. Front lip. Frontside flip. Bam. I went the distance. So we got a nice like curved rail, curved stair set right here. This one's actually really fun to smith down. Ooh. I got out of that a little bit weird, but like when you lock into it like this. So if we keep going up here, we can see like there's a bunch of like broken rails. We got a nice stair gap, a little bit of sunlight with some spider webs. If I remember correctly, I should be able to land in a bank from here. It's a little bit further over. There we go. No. There it is. There it is. Then up. Ah! I got the frontside fundamentals out of the way though. This map is actually really fun to skate. Like, it has a lot that you can do for like lines, like going from one end to the other, which, speaking of that, I should probably show you what's on the right side of the pipes. And then the main area right here, we got the spine, a couple of little pipes that we can still skate right here. We go up to the top, we got a little area to the right here. I don't really think I've skated this too much, but I should be able to get something on here. Pop into the... Thought I could pop into the quarter pipe from there. Flip over. Get the nose slide. Oh, broke almost. Pop down and break my board. Anyways, let's show you the right side. So starting off, we got the little quarter pipe right there. And then we got like two different paths that we can take. Like we can take the left path here, which just takes you to a little gap. Or we can go over to the right side, which has a nice line section for getting like a hippie flip. So if I wanted to hippie flip through that, we can. And then it all leads to this area right here. And then if we keep going, we got this gap to bank. Well, technically not really like bank, just the down area. And then to end off this side, we got a couple little stairs with ledges and some quarter pipes that go into the darkness. Oh, I just kissed the ceiling there. Then we got this little connecting path that connects to the other tunnel that I showed you first. But there's a little bit more in the darkness on this side. We got a nice little half pipe that I forgot turned vertical very quickly. There we go. Now I can skate it. A nice little step up here. So the map and turtles and other merch aren't the only thing that were added for this collaboration. If I go to the camera settings and then go to camera model, we have a TMNT filter right here. So this is supposed to kind of be like the art style of the movie. And this filter can apply to every single map. and not just the sewer map. Gonna get redemption on that one quick, and then, I don't know, we'll just go check out A and B. So this is what other maps look like with the filter on, and then we can change time of day. Let's do nighttime, why not? This is what it looks like at night. Look at the colors, man, wow. And if you happen to have this filter on while you're using one of the turtles, when you go into the replay editor, you're gonna have the TMNT Mutant Mayhem logo on the corner. However, if we take this off and we're back in here without the turtle, we go into replay editor, and there we go, we don't have the logo anymore. And you can use this camera model with like any of the fish eyes, so you can have a fisheye look. And if you have this turned off back to default, there's another way that we can actually have it enabled. So we go into the replay editor, and then we enter filmer mode, and then we change the lens type to be TMNT or TMNT fisheye, and you can film using that without having to turn it on for the entire game. Let's be Michelangelo for a second here. He's happy to be here, and it is pretty accurate to the movie. Actually, I feel like I should warn you guys. So, you know Donatello right here? He's got his staff. Well, since we're in a skate sim, if you have skater physical animation enabled, and you kind of hit your stick on something, so if I ollie right there and hit my stick, it's gonna make me fall. Yeah, that's how we're keeping the realism alive here. The stick has collisions, so be careful. I mean, you can always turn off skater physical animation, and then it doesn't have that collision that'll make you fall, but you want that realism. I almost forgot some of the biggest news that I have for this update. We got some new developers that joined Creature Studios recently. First off, let's welcome Steven to the team. He's been here for a little while now, a senior world designer. Oh, I won't tell the people what you do just yet. Oh, there's my ugly mug. Next up, we got Annabelle, which is now my boss, the lead QA. So her and I together are gonna make sure that everything gets fixed up in the game. We're gonna report the bugs. We're gonna make sure they get fixed. I'm gonna try to bring your concerns over to Creature so that they're aware of it. Next, we got Alexandre. He is the new art director for the team. We got Nicholas. He doesn't have a picture right now, but he is the studio HR director. This guy's got a crazy board collection. I'm still yet to see the entire thing. And last but definitely not least, you guys are going to be excited about this. Welcome Joe to the team. He is the 3D animator. We now have an animator for Session. Now keep in mind, these developers just joined the studio not long ago and are still doing some onboarding, so I don't think you're going to be seeing their work like instantly, but some big tasks can be tackled once they're all set up, ready to go. Also, just a quick shout out to the rest of the team, man. They've been killing it lately. Such hard work every single day, not a dull moment. Oh, look at this ooze that's just all over the place. Definitely an interesting collaboration between Session and TMNT. Like, they've been promoting hard. I've been seeing their promos everywhere with everybody. But yeah, that is going to do it for this video. If you want to keep up with any more Session content, hit that subscribe button because I got some interesting things coming down the pipeline. Also, if you're a fan of TMNT, don't forget to go check out the movie TMNT Mutant Mayhem. Not paid or told to say that or anything, just I actually like the movie. So you should go check it out. But yeah, till the next one, catch you later.